All right, we'll take questions for Calvin.
Been a minute since I seen y'all.
Terry, go ahead. You're on mute, Terry.
You're not running track this spring, my brother?
No, sir. No, sir. I just wanted to spend as much time as I can around the team. And this off season, especially through the winter program, not running track allowed me to just like fully hit the weights, and be able to be at all the team meetings and team events, So going into this season, I really wanted to step up as a leader. And one of the big things, if you're going to be a leader, is being there and being present. So I just wanted to make sure that I was all in with the team and there in every practice, workout, meeting, all that.
What's your expectations for this spring for you and what you want to try to bring on since you're one of the leaders on the team this spring? What's some of your expectations for the spring heading into the fall?
My expectations for the spring is really going in the spring. I just cleared everything, clean, especially when we have a new quarterback, and it's just a new season. So the expectations are the same as they were every practice. We just try to make each practice our best one. And so going into this one, as a receiver group, we just wanted to make sure that we were building more chemistry with the quarterbacks, talking through routes, talking through stems, talking through how we want this to look, that to look, and just really coming together as an offense. And you can just tell by how we've been practicing that we're pressing the gas all the way. So we've been having some good practices. The offense been looking good. So yeah, my expectations were just to really come out and practice the Memphis way, and that's hard.
Steven?
Hey, Calvin, how's it going, man?
It's going good. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. So you kind of brought it up, there's going to be a new quarterback. You guys brought in a couple new wide receivers. Is there just, I guess, maybe just a new level of excitement with the offense since there's going to be maybe some new faces and some new positions?
Definitely. And one of the main reasons why is because the mindsets of the quarterbacks, the receivers, Coach John calling the plays is we're full steam ahead. We're just been using more speed, and it's really just been it's been nice to just work with new people. And so really, it's been our main focus has been just coming together, sticking with each other. Because with new quarterbacks, you're gonna have a new quarterback and new receivers. You're gonna have misreads, bad connections. I thought you were gonna do this. I thought you were gonna do that. So really, this spring we just been trying to just like gel together, work out the kinks and all that. And so right now we're just keep on working, and it's gonna pay off for sure.
Evan?
Calvin, good seeing you, first of all. We know this offseason, I think when you said you were coming back, you had explored, the draft a little bit. What was that process like? And just kind of what were some things you heard maybe you said you can improve a little bit here and there, and just kind of what was that process like?
That process was a blessing because obviously from being a walk-on to the point I'm at now, just being in that position at that time, either way it was going to be a blessing. Whether to leave would have been a blessing, and to come back to the situation I'm in now is a blessing. So with that one, it wasn't a win-lose situation. It was a win-win. It was a win-win situation, and the coaches, my parents, left the decision all up to me. And so, as I said, like I wanted nothing more but to play for the city of Memphis, play with my teammates, new quarterback, and just have that leadership role in the team. I was really looking forward to that. And so that's just was it's just a blessing, really.
Was there anything specific maybe that when you got advice, was there anything that they maybe said, or was, like you said, was it the lure of being in Memphis bigger than just whatever advice you got from the advisory board?
One of the main reasons, one of the main things that the coaches emphasized was we want what's best for you, and whatever decision you make. I mean, of course they wanted me back, and obviously, but they just wanted me to know that this is my decision. They'll support me they'll be full steam ahead if I go, and they'll try to do whatever I need to be successful in that route. And obviously they would love to have me back as well. And so that was one of the main reasons why the decision. It was definitely a tough decision, but it became very easy because just talking to the coaches, they were very supportive. My teammates was very supportive of any decision I made, and they were just really excited for what's ever next. And it's great to be back, so I'm super happy.
Brian?
Hey, Calvin, what's some defenders you've gone against so far this practice? And overall, what have you seen from the defense so far this spring?
The defense, one thing that I've noticed, big difference is there's a whole bunch of athletes on the perimeter and in the secondary. It's just athletes. So one thing that's different is the speed of the defense is they're flying around for sure. And some guys that have stood out to me, Julian from the corner, he's very athletic, been making a lot of heads up plays, been looking very nice. Sanchez has been jumping out even more. And Tyrez Lindsey has been he's very long. And so honestly, going against guys like Tyrez, Julian, Dre, is very good work because you're not going to see as many guys that are athletic as those guys on a daily basis. So being able to get that work with them, it has really just improved all the receivers and them being able to go up against, some of the smaller, quicker receivers like me and Todd has helped them too. So really it's been beneficial for both sides. And I meant to ask you, how are you feeling, Mr. Brian? Feeling good?
Oh, yeah, appreciate it. Thanks for asking. Yeah, I'm in rehab, so I'm getting better. So hopefully I'll be out of here with the next 2 weeks.
Yes, sir. That's good. Glad to hear that.
All right, thank you.
All right, Mike, last question.
Calvin, you seem pretty bubbly, man. Welcome back. I guess not welcome back. We just haven't seen you in a while.
I'm about to say it's been too long. Good to see y'all.
Anytime we can talk football. But, the talk around town amongst all of us, obviously the focus is on the quarterback. From the number one receiver you're catching from all of these guys, has anyone stood out to you? I know you don't want to pick one guy. Maybe tell us about all 4 or 5 of them. Do you feel good about the next great quarterback is practicing with you guys right now?
Most definitely. And that's one thing that I've noticed just from thinking about through these practices and before just throwing and stuff. When I'm back there, when I'm lined up at a receiver, it's like whatever quarterback is back there, they're gonna be able to get you the ball in wherever you at, whether that's across the field, on the opposite hash, a deep post, a deep ball. That's one thing that I really noticed from these quarterbacks, Keelan, Peter, Grant, Seth, all of them, Drake, that they're throwing the ball deep. And so that's one thing that I've noticed is that all of them have great arms. With Keelan and Peter, they obviously bring a dynamic of speed. And so that has been a difference for sure, them being able to scramble. And when they scramble, they're still looking down the field. Grant has a big arm, and he's picking up the offense very quick. So that's always good to see. And the young guys like Seth came in, and he has you would think he's a senior, because he has loads of confidence. He comes in with just a moxie about himself. And Drake Day is one of the guys that I feel like kind of holds the entire quarterback room together. And he may not be talked about as much, but his role is immensely important to the team because he's one of the smartest guys with football, outside of football, that I've been around. And so he's helping the quarterbacks learn stuff, helping them with calls, signals, all that. And so from this quarterback competition, honestly, when I'm out of receiver, I'm like, I don't care who's back there. All of them can get the ball to me, Todd, Javon, Jeremy Tate, all the receivers, wherever we at. It's just about, focusing on the detail, the little things, controlling the offense. But since it's early in the spring, they'll all come with time. But from the quarterback position, I think, man, we're looking great. We're looking great for sure.
They say that chemistry is such a big thing, and you guys have had Brady the last few years. working now with 4 or 5 guys, would you want it to be just knowing who that one guy is, or is it cool to develop with all of those guys? Are you losing any chemistry time-wise having to work with so many quarterbacks trying to vie for that starting job?
I would say right now, it's good to build. You may not build as much because you're working with multiple, but it's good to build some with all of them, you know, so we can, whoever that is, it'll be like, oh, I've already thrown to, caught balls from. And another thing that that they do a great job of is outside of practice time and all that, like we're throwing, we're catching, running routes, even if I'm just standing still throwing and catching. That's something else that I think is a big improvement too. And also in the locker room, Brady was obviously was the oldest, but obviously he's a great person. We had a great relationship with him. But with now the quarterbacks being younger, it's kind of a different role and a different outlook. And so we're all closer. I would say since we're all kind of not, Brady was older than us, but it allows for us to, in the locker room, you know, we're joking, laughing. So that allows us on the field. If I'm like, hey, Grant, or hey, Peter, or Keelan, I need the ball like this or that, or he like, hey, Calvin, I'm that, don't run it like this. We built that just friendship outside of football to where we're comfortable enough going to each other on the field, holding each other accountable, trying to make sure we build that chemistry.
Thanks for the time, Calvin.
Thank you. Good to talk to y'all.